What's up, guys?
Gravy Day.
Happy Gravy Day. It's episode 368. I almost said 200. We're way past the 200. We're 368. One more away from the magical 369th episode. Those 69th episodes are always fun whenever you get to those. But we got a good show for you guys today. There's a shit ton of stuff to talk about. Bobby's, he's a big shot now. He's got his own podcast. So I guess we'll see if he's still going to be hanging out with us after this. But I don't know. I'm a little nervous. He's got one foot out the door. Now, we'll ask him how that's all going. But do we just want to hop right into a time machine club? Is that what we want to do? Like, let's just, instead of where you've been, if you're just tuning in after a long hiatus, we haven't really been doing a lot since the pandemic is kind of a thing. So instead of just repetitively saying, I watched this on Netflix and I played this video game, we're going to kind of do our own, it's like a book club, but we're not nerds and we don't have to read. So we want, like, time machines are cool. So we're picking a random year, and we are going to look up everything that happened in that year and discuss it as if it were a book. It's what we call the Pass the Gravy Time Machine Club. And Robert got to pick this week's year. I was about to say this week's year, Robert got to pick. And you went with 1977, Robert.
Yep, I didn't know if we had done this one already, but I don't think we had.
We had 76.
Yeah, and the only reason why I picked it was because my mom was born in 77.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. But hey, I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it, and I think that we're going to all learn a lot. What did you learn about 1977 when you decided to delve into this year, Robert?
Well, there was a lot of things happening this year. One of the big ones, I guess. Elvis died this year.
Probably the biggest, I would say.
Yeah, heart attack. He was 42, I think, is what I saw.
Pooping.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we should all go.
Is it?
Yeah, because if you poop when you die, then at least there's no cleanup for your family and friends.
Isn't that a thing? I know it was a thing like South Park when people died. They pooped.
I think it's a thing. I mean, your bowels still have to evacuate, and if they don't find you for a while, not only does your family have to find your dead body, they get to live with the stench to remind you of not just the stench of death, but the stench of poo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's not cool. So if you die on the toilet, no poo.
Two birds, one stone, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know about two birds, one stone, but
plus, then your family can make jokes at your funeral about how you took such a giant shit that it killed you.
That's true. That's probably the best positive that would come out of that. Although I don't know if anybody was making those jokes about Elvis. But I don't know. I have been to Graceland. I've gotten to see not the bathroom that he passed away in, but I was at the bottom of the stairs and of where his music room is, and that was allegedly where I guess that was definitely where he was. And Graceland's a pretty tight. It's like a museum now, but it's just like a complex. It's like a big ass fucking house. And all the shit on that house. So if you're ever in Memphis, just hanging out in Memphis for no reason, check out Graceland. I don't think that's even open right now because of the fucking pandemic. But Elvis had some cool shit, dude. He had a jungle. He had a jungle room, and it just had tiger shit in it, and the floors were green and all I don't know. It looked awesome. It was awesome.
Was he the original Tiger King?
Maybe.
If you got to think about it that long, then
probably not. Then no,
yes,
I don't think so. Then
there's actually something bigger that happened in 1977.
All right, what?
Star Wars came out.
Okay, yeah,
episode 4.
That was a good one. Well, actually, it was the first. I mean, then it was episode 1, A New Hope.
Yeah, it didn't have the tagline of episode 4 yet, but.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can't really put a tagline on that because at that point, nobody had any fucking clue how big it was going to be, and then it just came out with, "This is amazing." I mean, we weren't, but people were at that point in time. We were not alive, obviously. And took the world by storm. And I wonder if you could just go back and tell George Lucas, you're like, hey, bro, in 2020, they will still make a movie. Or as 2019, they're still going to be making that movie and using your characters and stuff like that. So well done. Just make sure you don't fuck this up.
Yeah, try not to go into the politics of it in the prequels. We don't need to know about how the Senate worked.
Didn't he have to pay like Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill on like royalties too because they didn't have all the money for it, and so now they're still just getting like bukus of bucks because of instead of like a proper like salary, it was like, but also you get the royalties or whatever.
No idea.
Okay, I don't know if that's true or not. Somebody look that up. I'm not going to, but I've heard that. I'm not saying it's true. Yeah,
That's
Tim
yours,
Kostic.
Tim.
He's our resident time machine expert. I learned that the U.S. gave back the Panama Canal that year, which is that was a whole like kind of rabbit hole I went down where I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that because I guess the U.S. kind of came up with the idea to build the Panama Canal, then basically led with the construction of it and everything, and they're like, what if we hang on to it for a little bit and then we'll seize control to the Panamanians, which I don't know why we don't call them the Panamaniacs. We should call them the Panamaniacs for sure. But
100%.
like that's what from now on they are the Panamaniacs. But I think that it was interesting, and then they got all mad that it was U.S. run, but it was really in Panama, and then we were just like, fucking here, y'all have it back. And it was like 1915 or 1905, I think, was when like the idea of the Panama Canal was like they started coming up with that, which just, I don't know, they just were like, let's dig a like longer trench and then we can put boats through there before like at that time that was nuts though. Like I'm sure they didn't really have bulldozers or anything like that. I mean, they probably had bulldozers, right?
We separated continents.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. We Pangea'd the whole fucking thing in Panama.
We
kind of Pangea'd it. No, we Pangea'd it. We pushed it further away.
No, Pangea was when it was all together.
Well, but then it got Pangea'd was when it spread. Yeah, we're all Pangaea. Everything's Pangaea, really. I don't know. I just started talking in circles.
In other news, the Atari was released, which I would say is probably the first big video game console. Like that's the granddaddy of them all. That's what started it all.
Yeah. That's where you could get with Pong. Mm-hmm. That's the OG game. Was Centipede? Was that also on there?
I don't know. I know Pong.
The Pong, yeah. People like nobody forgets Pong.
It's crazy to think that Pong is like the great grandfather of like Halo and Call of Duty.
And then, like people just spent hours like going to friends' houses and playing that, and it's just like that's a fucking shitty game, dude. Like,
whoa, Pong still.
No, I'm not saying it's not cool, but like now when you look at Pong, it's like thank you for walking so we could run. But Pong is like, in the grand scheme of things, Pong's kind of like not that great of a game. It's just
you're
like
not that great of a game.
Online tennis, basically.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, I mean it was groundbreaking at the time, but like now, like if you were like you want to come over and play Pong, I would say no, I don't want to come over and play Pong.
Well, I mean, if we're drinking too, like
we had NBA Jam, we both got that. That's what we would play.
That's true.
There you go.
NBA is just a live action version of Pong.
Okay. I don't hate that. I think we can go with that. That's fair. I also saw, speaking of movies with Star Wars, Rocky and A Star Was Born and Smokey and the Bandit. Those all came out in theaters along with Star Wars that year. So
do you know who the two stars? Do you know who the two stars of Star Was Born were back then?
Obviously, it was Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga's great grandparents.
No. Robert, do you know? Robert's not going to know.
No, I have no idea.
It was Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson, which I'm sure all of you know who Barbara Streisand is. I'm sure a lot less of you know who Chris Christopherson is. Yeah. Because you're uncultured swine, but.
So don't all of those have like a different storyline, like A Star Is Born?
No, it's all basically the same storyline, just different characters. And the original ones, they were actors and not singers.
Okay.
Because the Bradley Cooper one's actually, I think, the fourth Star Is Born to be made. It was one in like 36, one in like 56, then 77, and then 20, whatever that one was, 2018, 2017.
What if we just started like picking pick a movie that's going on, like that's out like now, or it's a fairly new movie, and then we're just like, what if it's every decade or so we just redid that with the same plot? Like, what if like Ace Ventura was that way?
Get Hard.
Okay.
Just the lesser known Will Ferrell movies. Let's do it with those.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Kicking and screaming. Just remake it every 20 years.
There's something like that I was thinking of for like video games, because there was a 10th anniversary Halo in 2010. So this year is the 10th anniversary of the 10th anniversary. So
Oh, you mean this one, Robert?
Yeah,
Yeah, that one.
What's
that
up?
one.
That one. It'd be funny if there was a 10th
Obviously.
anniversary edition of that 10th anniversary edition.
I'd probably fucking
20th
buy it.
Instead of a 20th anniversary, it's just a 10th. 10 years ago, we celebrated this 10th anniversary.
The
and it
double
was magical.
DS.
I would like that. That would be pretty tight. Anybody else get anything from 1977?
Pele's final soccer game. New York City blackout. That's pretty much it.
Looking up the years, I feel like New York City had lots of blackouts. Like I feel like every
big one, though.
couple.
This was a full 25 hours. Lots of rioting, lots of destruction.
They rioted because they didn't have power.
Well, because there was no power, they rioted and just stole a bunch of shit. Because there's no lights, who's going to stop it?
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I thought they were like, well, we want power now. It's like, dude, it's not even a day. like I'm not saying it doesn't suck. But it's like, dude, just chill out. But yeah.
Oh, speaking of sucking, though, Canada adopted French as the official language of Quebec.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah.
That was dumb. Ever heard of English? We could go with that. Maybe try that one. I've been watching hockey, and I fucking hate whenever the Canadians play, the Montreal Canadiens. And if you don't know, Montreal is in Quebec, if you're not geologist majors like me. But which is, I know it's geography. But I just hate like when they do the announcements and like when the Canadians are the home team, they'll be like, that was a goal by so-and-so. And they're like, I don't, what? Like, don't say.
Are they French or are they fucking geese? What the hell is?
Well, there's actually French Canadian geese, so they have a French Canadian goose because they can't get the coronavirus, so they have them calling their games because they can't send the play-by-play guy. So they're just like,
Canadian
should
geese
we
are
send a
fucking
real
aggressive,
guy?
man.
Yeah, that's why they're perfect for hockey. Like, none of the hockey players are trying to pick on them because they're like they'll fucking hold their own.
Just put a little helmet on them and just they'll be the enforcers for every hockey team. Honky Lemieux.
Honky. One other thing I found that was just Shakira, Orlando Bloom, and Sarah Michelle Gellar were born in 1977. And just shout out Shakira. Those hips weren't lying then, and they aren't lying now.
No, they are not.
And that is, I guess that'll conclude our PTG Time Machine Club for 1977. Use the hashtag PTG 1977. And if you found anything we left out or we forgot to mention, hit us up. It's like a book club. We can all join in and all be a part of this. Now, before we move on to Comeback Kid, actually, Pat, I had an idea that we kind of hashed up. We decided we might do a recent survey suggests time
review.
Club. No, it's a recent survey suggests club. Right? That'll be what we'll do. And so we listened to Robert's first episode of A Recent Study Suggests, and Robert and Sam, and it was a great episode, 40 minutes in. I learned a lot about Robert, I feel like, Pat. I learned a lot about Robert's dating life as a teen, about how he feels like it didn't really affect him as much as the study talked about. Not to give away the whole study, but what did you learn about Robert, Pat?
I learned that Robert was a stud from like 12 years on. Or 12
yeah,
years
dude.
Forward.
Robert was just
no big deal.
forever.
I was just dating chicks when I was a preteen, you know. No big deal.
Pre-teen
oh wait, no, that
dating.
was Sam. Robert started at 13, so he was like, "All right, I'm a teenager. It's time to man the fuck up."
We got to
I can accept this responsibility now.
Yeah, we got to learn that one of them had an audience for their first kiss.
Yeah,
that was interesting. Robert, we talked about. I liked your goat of heights discussions. I thought that was pretty funny.
Broken up in the most cliche way.
Yeah, he did. And I like that Sam got caught up. She's like, great. You're like, go, like, greatest. So she's like, oh, okay. But
6'8".
yeah, 6'8". But then you said 6'2" because it's like not too tall. It's enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying I'm 6'8".
Yeah, he's 6'8". Robert is very, very tall, and I don't know. It was a really good episode, dude. I texted you about this earlier, but I was like, when you said when it was a 40-minute podcast and it said that it was about teen dating, I thought that there was no chance in hell that I was going to be entertained for 40 minutes in a discussion about teen dating. And you guys did a really good job of making it relatable, talking about your own experiences while also, like, you didn't seem like you were talking down to anybody. And I feel like a lot of, like, sort of like informational podcasts, which this is partially, I feel like a lot of those, it seems like NPR seems like they're just making me feel like I'm stupid the whole time. Like, hey, idiot. Anyways, this is what we learned. We learned these things because we're big smart people. And you guys did a good job of making it feel like I was part of the conversation. I was being involved in it as opposed to being talked down to or just like taught. And it was a good show. Good show, man.
Yeah, that was something we really wanted to make sure that it came across, that it wasn't just like facts and figures. We weren't just like trying to teach you things. We wanted to like, have a conversation, kind of, tell you like how we relate to the study. Just keep it simple.
So
it was really smart the way you did it to come out in the opening one just to be like, yeah, dude, we both dated a lot in high school. We were cool. Like, sick brag,
you
bro.
did establish your cool factor for sure. I was like, this guy, fuck.
Hey, right out the gate. By the way, I was dating when I was 12, so all
big
you
deal.
losers that couldn't get dates in high school, fuck you.
This just seems like really hit Pat right where it hurt.
Right here. Right here.
Pat's like, I still don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
It was really well
At least
done,
I got
dude.
sports.
Tell everybody again where they can listen to it, where they can go follow it on social media, and if you want to tease next week's episode. I'm really interested to see what you guys are going to be talking about next week.
Yeah, it's at a recent study suggest. That's a recent study suggest at gmail.com, where you can send your own studies, or you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at it recent study pod. You can find it anywhere you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever. And next week, I think I teased about it a little bit in last week's episode, it's alien anxiety. Like 1 in 5 adults are afraid that aliens are going to come invade Earth in like the next 50 years.
Dude.
So we talk about them, talk about aliens. It's a good one.
I think I have that. Well,
now
more
I do.
so,
I do now.
I'm afraid that if aliens come, they're going to probe me, and like I'm afraid that I'm going to poop on their probe.
Yeah, we talk about what people are afraid of. Like, what do they think the aliens are going to do once they get here?
Well, I'm not afraid of aliens. Like, either they're cool and that's awesome, or they kill me and that's awesome. But like,
hopefully it's quick. If that's
I'm always kind of like pre-poop. So if they come after my butt, I'm gonna embarrass myself by pooping on their instruments.
You gotta catch him right after he gets out of the bathroom.
That's not even a safe bet, man.
Or else it's gonna be a shitty situation. No pun intended.
Oh, I see what you did there.
See what I did there. But yeah, recent study suggests really good. And Robert's sense of humor with us, I feel like a lot of times I feel like we're wasting your humor because your dry sense of humor is so good. And with Sam, it's so fucking perfect. You guys both have that like dry but like witty as shit sense of humor, and your fucking humor's shined, bro. So I cannot wait to listen to every episode of this shit. So go check out Robert's podcast. Please don't leave us though. Just like
it's 10 years of chemistry coming through, or 10 plus years of chemistry, I think, coming through on there.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I honestly thought that you and Sam have just been dating since y'all were like 6. Like, I just assumed that like y'all were born in the same hospital, like right next to each other, and that y'all were just like, oh, hey, we want to date? Okay.
I thought it was more of a weird cult situation where you guys were just matched.
It was an arranged marriage.
This works. Just throw them into a room
Yeah,
together.
they're good. They get along fine. All right. So yeah, good pod. Check out Robert's podcast, and I think the Pastor Gray Podcast Network is it's fucking getting strong right now. It's getting very strong these days. Let's move on to our comeback kid segment. Hey, what are you fucking doing, Pat?
I'm trying to I couldn't get the bucket hat comfortable today, so it's off. No bucket hat for me today.
He's ditching the bucket hat. Interesting.
I couldn't get it comfortable. The headphones are doing something weird.
Says a lot. All right, let's get to our comeback kid segment. Before we do that, let's tell you about our best friends in the whole world. We're talking about Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer ever made. I got some of the brand new Oktoberfest, saw it at HEB, and was like, oh, good. Let's stock up on that. And now that I know Echo and Conroe's gone, they're putting the kibosh on that. Anytime I see Echo and Conroe, I'm like, stock up. All of these are mine. I'm just hoarding them. I'm hoarding them like I hoarded all of those strawberry bombies they gave me when those went away. I was like, these are mine forever. I will have 2 years worth of Echo and Conroe that will go bad at some point, but I'll just drink it faster.
It's never bad. Even when it's bad, it's good.
Yeah, exactly. But Southern Star Brewing Company, they got awesome stuff. They have the new Valkyrie Double IPA that's out. And big news. I mean, it's very important to support our local establishments, especially breweries that have been fighting with Greg Abbott. But right now, Southern Star's tap room is able to be open up to 50% capacity, guys. They've got it. They're doing a bunch of safety protocols. They're making sure that everything is being followed. It's kind of a bummer, but hey, I'm glad. It's a good thing that we can go to the brewery. Kind of a bummer that we're not allowed to kind of just loiter around the bar. Because Pat, when we go up to Southern Star, we just shoot the shit with everybody behind the bar because those are our buddies. And we're like, I'm sure in their minds, hey, asshole, can you leave me alone so I can actually serve these other customers instead of just talking about Big Brother or whatever dumb shit you got going on? I feel like we annoy the hell out of them at some points, but they're good guys, good gals, and you can't loiter at the bar. You can go up there. You're not allowed to get samples anymore. They're doing the one-use cup. You can have only up to 8 people at a table. You got to be socially distant when you're drinking. You don't have to have the mask on, but you got to wear the mask in. You got to wear the mask when you're not drinking. And I think they're being really responsible. They're being really smart, and I'm just happy that people can go enjoy that fucking gorgeous tap room they have. That's the sexiest fucking tap room that I've ever seen in my life. I'll tell you that much. And it's like my second home. Really, I just feel like when we go there, it's I just want to sleep here.
I do. I really do. To sleep somewhere where beer is made sounds like the dream.
Yeah, it really is. But they still have beer to go that they're offering. You can go check out the hours on that. You can call up there too, and they'll let you know. And they do have a event coming up. Pat, you have the date and all the info on that event, correct?
I do. Let's see.
Yes.
And of course, literally, I flip over tabs and it signed me back to the start of Facebook, but I stalled enough. All right. It is
There we go.
August 22nd, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Beer and barbecue benefit for Southern Star Brewing Company. You've got delicious beer and you've got delicious barbecue. What more do you need to know?
Two of the greatest things ever invented, all in one. Okay.
But yeah, they're doing this. Southern Star Brewing Company is home to some of the greatest people in the great state of Texas, and they need our help. The shutdown of bars and breweries has already forced some breweries to permanently close, and we're trying to make sure Southern Star Brewing Company does not become the next one. Go out, support. It's a benefit. Everything's going to donate and help the Southern Star family. Go show your support. Help them out.
Give back,
and drink delicious beer.
Give back to the people that have allowed you to get belligerently drunk on more than one occasion, because I can't even count on 2 hands just the amount of times why I have just been ridiculously drunk and had great times thanks to my good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company. And if you want to go out, you don't have to go up to pick up beer to go. You can go to your local liquor stores. All the big liquor stores have Southern Star. I know my HEB has it. A lot of Kroger's and Randall's have it. The selection is a little bit more wide when you go to a Specs, a Total Wine, a Goody, and all of those. But also they do have, Keith wanted me to let you guys know, my buddy Keith up there at the brewery, that they're now offering 12 packs of Strawberry Bombshell Blondes. I feel like that's the official beer of, if we had to pick one Southern Star beer, Strawberry Bombshell Blonde is our baby, right?
Yeah.
We brought it, but we bitched to get them to bring it back, and then we were like, we don't want to just buy 6 packs. And well, what if we made a 12 pack? Okay, fine, we'll do a 12 pack. I'm cool with that. So you can now get 12 packs of Strawberry Bombshell Blonde, and I know that's what I'm getting this weekend. I don't really have a lot of plans this weekend, but I'm going to just buy a shit ton of Strawberry Bombshell Blonde, drink all of it, and watch sports, and I can't wait. I can't wait.
Mhm.
Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world. The official presenting sponsor.
Real quick before
Pass
you
the
end
Gay
it,
bro. Yeah.
if you can't make it out to the beer barbecue, but you still want to help, their PayPal is casualtiesofwarhouston@gmail.com if you want to contribute that way.
Perfect. That's perfect. But Southern Star Brewing Company, guys. Something for everybody up there. If you're an IPA guy or gal, they got 3 of those for you, including the double IPA, the new Valkyrie. They got the Buried Hatchet Stout if you want that. If you're into the lighter beers, they got that stuff. The Strawberry Bombshell Blonde, like I told you, is the dopest. If you can get an Echo and Conroe while they're still out there, the regular Bombshell Blondes, there's nothing bad at Southern Star Brewing Company and the Southern Brunch, guys. That's coming soon. That's coming soon to stores, and I promise you, that is going to be like the second coming of the Strawberry Bombshell Blondes. That's going to be as good as the Strawberry Bombshell
I'm
Blondes.
getting some this weekend.
Southern Star
I'm
Brewing
going up to
Company,
the brewery.
guys.
I'm going to pop in.
Best beer in the entire world, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy podcast. Let's talk about what's back in the news. This is our Comeback Kids segment.
It's the comeback kid. The comeback kid of the week. The comeback kid of the week. Bitch.
Our first comeback kid is the XFL. Guys,
Yes!
what a great week. What a great week.
Yes!
I mean, I had a pretty solid weekend of sports. You know, we finally had them all back. And then Monday morning, oh, hey, by the way, The Rock's buying the XFL. What? It was the best. How awesome is
Do
this?
you smell? I'm not going to do the whole thing.
Well, The Rock's cooking. And he's cooking up the XFL. And the XFL's back. And as a part owner of one of those teams, I'm just happy that my boys are back in it. The reigning champs, the Houston Roughnecks. I'd like to do something. Obviously, I feel like as a part owner, I should get to be a part of the ring ceremony inevitably when they start next season. Like, they got to give our boys rings, correct?
Here's what I say we do. Since The Rock is owner now, we got to embrace it. I'm going to start coming dressed up as the Roughneck, a luchador-themed fan, mask and everything. I'm going to pick one fan on the other team to WWE style wrestle.
Okay.
Every game.
Okay.
It'll be the halftime entertainment.
I mean,
I'm going to be going off the top ropes.
I love that.
Dropping elbows. I'll hit him with the people's elbow.
You better.
Rock bottom.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just like, the fact that the XFL we thought was dead. We just thought it was completely dead. And then oh, by the way, nope, not just it wasn't just some random rich business guy that bought it where it was okay, they'll probably run it into the ground like all the other football leagues. But the fucking Rock, he's got the money to fund it. He's got the money to do a lot of that shit. And then I think it was his ex-wife, I want to say, his business partner went in, and she's the first female owner of a sports league that is independent from owning a team. So making history as well. Very forward-thinking league. Good thing. I'm just very proud to be part owner of such a forward-thinking league, of a team in such a forward-thinking
Hey, congrats
league.
to you, buddy.
Yeah, really, we're doing this to congratulate myself for just believing in it and not taking any of my Roughneck stickers down, because I would like to think if I took the Roughneck stickers down, that maybe we aren't here where we are today, because then they would have known somebody just gave up on me, and why go on. But Roughnecks, nobody can take away their championship. Undefeated 5-0 champs of the inaugural comeback year. And now we're going to have a comeback of the comeback year, I think, next year.
Now we got to replace PJ Walker.
It's going to, big shoes to fill. Big shoes to fill. But I think maybe we can do it. So the XFL is back for sure this week. Then basketball and hockey are back. It was our first full weekend with the two of those, and I didn't do shit but just watch and gamble on all of those. And it was great. I don't know how much – you probably watched hockey more than basketball, I would assume.
Yeah, I've been working all day, every day. So I didn't get to watch a lot, but I watched the Bruins on my phone at work. I've been watching Astros a lot, whenever they're on, that's on the TV at work. So I've been popping my head in and out on games here and there, but I haven't been able to fully sit down and watch a lot of it. But it's just been good to have back. My soul feels better.
Astros, speaking of them quickly, man, they're doing pretty well given the circumstances of everything going on with their roster and all that shit. They had a lot of turnover, and they're still able to get those dubs. So shout out to the Astros for hanging in there.
Robert, who's the guy, Javier, that pitched yesterday?
Yeah, Christian Javier.
Bro.
It was good.
2 strong starts to start his career. Now the bullpen is just super young. We lost like our entire bullpen. Everybody's young, but man, some of those kids are looking good. Was it Sneed? Something like that?
Yeah, Cy Sneed.
It's not. I like him too. He's got some nasty movement on his stuff.
Dude,
So
and like
there's a lot of
a
young
pitcher
guys that-
named Cy. A pitcher named Cy is just like, he's a Hall of Famer. Like already, just put him in the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown because his name is fucking Cy.
I think there are 11 relievers and 10 of them are rookies. Ryan Presley is the only veteran.
Yeah,
Just
and
'cause
didn't he
of how
get
many
hurt?
injuries. He's got some sort of thing, but he's not on the IL yet. Unlike Kristovisky and Osuna.
It's just God. It's fucking ridiculous.
Osuna was a weird one where everybody was kind of like, oh, that sucks, but also he's kind of a bad guy. So
Yeah, like we need him, but like fuck that guy. But we really need him.
Oh no, you can hit.
We're not going to
things
re-sign him
less
next year
hard.
anyway. Let's use that money to re-sign George Springer.
Yeah, that's my thinking too.
I don't know about you guys. Like, I don't know how many other games you've watched besides like Astros, Robert, at least. But like every game, anybody that has like any hole in like the outfield is like, what they really need to do is go out and sign George Springer. They really need to sign George Springer. I was watching a Mets game one night, and then I was watching. It was a Mets Red Sox game, and they're like, the Red Sox really just need to go for broke and pay George Springer. And I was like, God damn, dude, George Springer's gonna get paid. I mean, we knew
No,
he was
the
gonna
Red
get paid,
Sox need
but
to
now he's just
rebuild
gonna
their
be in
starting
high demand.
rotation.
Why don't they just sell everybody again this offseason? I think like maybe that should be what they do every year. Just
No,
sell all
they're
your
going to
good-
be big
good guys.
buyers. They're going to throw the bag at Springer. The Mets will throw the bag at Springer. We just need Springer to realize that he's going to keep so much more of his money if he stays home in Houston.
What if the Yankees got him?
I wouldn't be surprised. But then again, the Yankees have to
Different stack.
overpay by like 20%, which they'll happily do just to be able to for Springer to take home the same amount of money that he would in Houston because of
the
state
state
taxes
income
and
tax,
just ridiculous property taxes in New York.
yeah. I know the Yankees though. Yankees looking pretty good this season so far.
They are,
Off
but they'll
to-
choke. Fuck them.
off to a pretty solid start. Aaron Judge. Imagine hating Aaron Judge. Imagine.
Oh man, like that. dude is
Imagine
totally
saying
cheating.
he's not good. Imagine
It's
thinking he's
steroids.
not good.
Steroids. It's all
I think
steroids.
they test for this. They test for this.
I don't. Not on the Yankees. They don't. How did
Six-
A-Rod get away with it for so long?
6 home runs in 5 games was fucking incredible.
Yeah, that he's on a just. He's a fucking mountain. He's as tall as Robert. That's the crazy thing. Like,
Yeah, he's 6'8", right up there with Robert. As if you listen to a recent study suggests, you'll know the camera does take off a few inches, and that was actually good for
tell me about
too,
it.
'cause- Yeah. But dude, like Aaron Judge I was on such a weird Aaron Judge thing where like there was a point then like after he had hit the 5 games, he had the 6 home runs in the 5 games. Then the next night when he was trying to go 6 games for 6 home runs or whatever, he was 2 for 2 with like a double and a solid single. And I was just like, fuck, hit a fucking home run. God damn it. Like I was mad that he was 2 for 2 and I was like frustrated. And I was like, what is wrong with you, Alex? Just be happy. He's on base. Like you want this.
Can we all agree that the runner on second rule in extra innings is the dumbest shit ever?
Okay. Spin zone. Don't hate it as much as I thought I would.
I don't hate it either.
I
It's
thought I was going.
terrible.
I would love to see them wait till the 10th or till the 11th inning. Give you one regular inning of like old school. But
I like that too.
it's
It's
also
ter-
nice where like
That would be
the
better.
Astros,
You still suck.
the Astros, I feel like went to like 4 extra inning games. They were 3 and 4 or 4 and 5 games.
It's
It felt like.
ridiculous.
And it's just nice to be like, oh, base hit and there's a run in. Cool. We got like the score's different now. Let's go. And just, you get your guys, you get a quick inning, then that's it. It's over with. I
Like-
like that.
I know they put it in to try and cut down the time. It's
it
not
works.
cutting down the time at all.
It does. I think it does.
Every single one of them is still going 14 innings.
I don't know, man. I feel like I thought I was going to I thought it was stupid. And then watching it and like, I would like to have one inning where it's just a regular inning and they have to get through it. But I love that, like, you give up a single with that first at bat. Like, good luck, buddy. I hope you can get out of this.
It's terrible.
And, like,
it's awful.
You're going to see guys giving up like 4 spots, though, in extra innings. And I think that'll be an entertaining way to end games and stuff like that. Especially, like, let's just let it be weird. Embrace the weirdness for this season. I don't think it should stay. I'm cool going back to
it better not stay.
But we're weird. It's a weird league this year. Just be weird.
I can deal with it. I think it sucks. I'm worried they're going to like it and keep it.
I'm liking it. That's the problem. I think Robert and I are kind of we're like, hey, I don't hate it. Robert, why do you like it so much?
I think it speeds up the game more, and I feel like it adds also like more pressure to the teams. Yeah.
You say like you would think that it speeds up the game, but every one of these Astros extra inning games are going at least 12.
Yeah, the Astro ones were like an anomaly. Those did take a long time.
They just keep going. And I love how everyone in Major League Baseball collectively is like, dude, fuck bunting with no outs and a man on second.
They just don't bunt anymore. Like
I never got that either. And then Dusty Baker, that whole thing, but I had in my head, I was like, why doesn't anybody ever just try and do the sack bunt? And then like it seems like it'd be easier, but yeah.
I mean, I get it with the
That makes
Astros because
sense.
every single one of the Astros bats has pop. So like, dude,
Yeah, it's a
why
waste.
take the bat out of one of their hands and then have an out when, then you have to, if you don't get the sack fly, then there's 2 outs and then you're in jeopardy of leaving a man on third. I'm like, all right, or you can just swing away and leave him on fucking second. Like just every so often you can't think, okay, everyone has the bat. You gotta move runners over in baseball man.
But who in the Astros can bunt? Like I think the only 2 players that can bunt are Jose Altuve and Miles Straw.
See, that's what drives me fucking nuts. If you're a professional, you should know how to fucking bunt.
Or just hit the damn ball.
Bunting isn't – it's not the most complex thing in the fucking world. Now, granted, it's harder when they're throwing sliders that are going 87 and breaking 2 feet. But shit, you're a professional. Learn how to lay down a bunt.
Maybe they need to have a bunt home run derby like they do in Asia. I don't know if it's Japan or the Chinese league or the Korean league, but
I have seen those videos. It's electric.
Have you seen those, Robert, where it's like there's like a target? It, like in their All-Star weekend, instead of like I think I'm probably sure they have a home run derby too, but they also have like a bunting one, and they just have a target, and your goal is to just bunt the ball and see who can get closest to the target, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, like it'll be left of the mound or like 10 feet out, 12 feet out. Like they'll move it around.
It's like Top Golf but bunting.
That's exactly what it is. And you got to lay down the perfect bunt. It's like I said, it's electric.
Which maybe all right, verbal trademark. You all are attorneys if you're listening, but what if we made like a bunting, like batting cages, like Top Golf? Like
that's not fun.
But we have like gourmet food. Like girls can do that without having to worry about swinging a bat and stuff.
Nobody wants to bunt. Everyone wants to swing and hit dingers.
I'm spitballing some ideas. I gotta get my get rich quick scheme going.
One of the things that I don't like about the season is the expanded playoffs. I think I'm a big fan of that.
No, I hate that too.
But you're gonna have upsets though, because there's gonna be teams that are like a fucking like the top team. You get to host the 3 games, but a 3-game series is anybody's. And I think you're going to get a team that is the lower seed that upsets like 2 rounds or at least 1 round.
Yeah, I can see the entertainment, but
we got a hockey fight, boys.
I love hockey fights, man. I'm so glad that they're still doing it. I'm so glad they're still doing it. But yeah,
this is one of the sloppiest ones I've ever seen.
Really, just sports. Like I know we said hockey and basketball because those like officially we're going together, but just sports in general. Like I love being able to look at like just at any given time, and it's like March Madness right now where their games are early because they're all in the bubbles right now. And so, you have day baseball sometimes, but then you always have day hockey and day basketball and it
day
goes
bow
into the night and day bow bow. She's there too, watching dogs and hanging out and hiking. But it's just, I'm so happy with sports right now. Like it's the best. Sports are the fucking best. And anybody that doesn't like sports, like what's up? How?
They weren't loved enough as children.
I guess not. But it's just,
or they were loved too much as children, so they didn't have to turn to sports as a coping mechanism. I don't know which one it is.
That's actually a very good point. That's probably the best explanation. But yeah, basketball and hockey our comeback kids. Also, just sticking with sports is Fight Island, dude. I don't know if you saw Dana White said next month and in October they're gonna have fights out at Fight Island. I thought it was just a temporary thing and that they were gonna stay back at this apex they got out there, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like we're gonna get to see some more Fight Island. Is it as exciting now to you guys as it was? I'm still pretty excited about it. Not knowing that it's not going to be on a beach, it's like a little less. But
I just think
like,
it sounds cool.
Tell me you're fighting on an island. I'm in.
The idea of it was never that exciting to me anyway.
Oh, it was
like
exciting.
oh, it's cool. Like, I mean, if it was like literally like one of those little islands that's just big enough for the ring to be on, like if they had done that and then like you had to boat the guys into it from like other islands that are surrounding it, that would have been cool. But like they're in a fucking building, so it doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, like really what I want to see it be is like full on like live up to your name of Fight Island. Like there's no currency on Fight Island besides fists and feet. Like you gotta like fight your way if you want to eat your dinner. Like that's how you figure out who eats it. Like you go out to eat and you just scrap it up, and whoever loses has to pay. And it's like, oh, maybe it's your waiter. Guess you got dinner for free. Done. Like
I'll one up you.
You want anything? You go to the gas station, filling your tank up. You got to fight the gas station attendant. You got to prove you earned that gas.
I'll one up you. It's got to be like on like a deserted island. So there's hogs, but in order to like subdue the hog so you can cook it, you got to fight the hog. So there's guys out there just punching wild boars in the head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm
like
all about that.
trying to put boars in like a fucking leg lock.
Yeah, and they're not gonna like that. They're not gonna like that at all. So yeah, Fight Island should have like that should be what they add to Fight Island. I think if you gave me and Pat a couple of like $100,000 and just let us do whatever we wanted over there, we could make it pretty cool.
We'd probably have to do it with like Bellator though, because like UFC, it's a big enough like it's the number one out there. Those dudes have a certain level of expectations for when they're fighting. Bellator, they're not up to the top yet. So they're like, dude, whatever, we'll fight outside on an island. We don't give a shit. We're just trying to get paychecks.
Yeah, Tito Ortiz can choke me out when he works for Bellator. If he was working for UFC, he couldn't choke me out. They won't let you do that. We've had people in studio that were UFC fighters, and like that's always like, well, Alex got choked out by Tito Ortiz, and like the UFC, like the handler's always like, you can't do that. No, we will not be doing that today. No, you don't. Don't do that.
And you're like, come on, man. I want to be choked out again. I like it.
I don't. It was weird. It was cool to do it, like, but then like afterwards, like it was weird.
Right before he put you into it, you should have just like been like, Chuck's better.
No, they would have killed me. A terrible idea. But Fight Island's back, and then another comeback kid is Beirut. It's Beirut, correct?
Yeah.
Lebanon. Yeah. But there was like a huge explosion there on Tuesday, and it was nitrous is what it was?
No, it was and I was just ammonium nitrate.
Nitrate. But yeah, it was a huge like warehouse, I guess, filled with it, caught on fire, and then it just exploded. And there were videos of every single like. I know we all have phones out all the time, but like I didn't expect there to be that many angles of just like all of it. And it was crazy. And then there was this like whatever this big blast was after it first exploded, that like it was like the sound explosion or whatever the fuck it was. But also just side note, everybody in fucking Beirut is a fucking badass. Like if any I mean I'm not saying like I'm not like it sucks like everybody got hurt, but like all of those like phone videos, like, oh, just doing this, like doing my job. I'm driving and then I'm showing you this thing, this fire, and then there's an explosion and now my car is upside down. And the guy didn't scream. The guy was just like, oh, fuck, God, fuck. Just like, okay. Like there were like 12 videos I watched where like the person like obviously was not stoked about what's happening, but like, if there was in America, we're like, oh my God, can you believe this? What is this? Oh no. Like, they made us all look like pussies. Like, they fucking just like, well, this happens.
Well,
they were super calm.
They do live in an area where, like, it's a little bit more frequent than here. Like, Beirut has had some problems with like Hezbollah and shit like that in the years coming. So we're
Like that big?
not that big, but like they've seen shit explode in their lifetime. Most Americans have not. Of July, but yeah, 100% look like a country full of bitches. This, like you said, the dude's driving his car, his windows get blown out, and you just kind of see him.
He's
like
upside down. His car's upside down. His car got
just
flipped,
like
and he picks up the camera, picks up the phone again.
Shock.
He didn't like get out. Yeah, maybe he's in shock, but it was like, I definitely would have picked up the phone. You would have just heard me go, no.
If it was America, we would have at least one video out there right now of after the blast goes off, somebody yelling "World Star."
Yeah. And you would have had like 3,000 videos of TikTokers doing like the renegade or whatever while it happened. And there's just boom. Oh, shit.
Oh my, dude, there'd be so many. And then there'd be people faking that they were doing it during the explosion and like recreating it.
Yeah, like Jake Paul. But oh, I was there. I was right there. This is me.
The craziest thing about the whole thing for me is like the massive amount of the stockpile. Like, so they say the Oklahoma City bombing that took out that building and like, I don't know, was it just one or a couple? It was 2 tons of ammonium nitrate. This was 2,750 tons.
Jesus. Yeah, that'll make a pretty big bang, huh?
Have you seen the picture of the crater that's there now?
Yeah. It's fucking
insane.
Nuts.
Literally part of the earth is gone.
It's nuts. I watched so many videos of like different videos from that yesterday where it was just like, but like and all those people just pick up shit and go back to doing it. Like I felt like on 9/11 when you watch those, like not to get like grim or anything, but like when you watch the 9/11, like after the first tower fell, people were like, shit's real right now. Like shit's real. And like when the second one falls, like people are like less startled, I guess, just because they already saw the first one. They knew that it was a shit situation. They knew it was a bad spot that they were in. And you see the guys just walking around with dust, but it was like, that was one explosion. And then there's people just walking with like blood all down their shirts and on their face. And it's just like, nobody's panicked. They're just like, okay, what do we need to do next? What do we need to do next? And it was just crazy. Like that would never have gone that way here. Would never have gone.
Not in a million years.
But fuck, dude, that was nuts. Like I don't know exactly what caused it or anything, but just that was one of those where it's like, fuck. Like I just got stuck on Twitter, and I was any video that was from the Beirut thing, I was like, let's watch it, let's check it out, and like T's and P's, all of them. I don't know if we are gonna like. I don't know any charity to donate to that would help them or whatever, but maybe we can work on something like that because I would definitely like to help out with that over there. But that was some crazy shit. So Beirut, and just like that's one of those like you always hear about the city, like you always hear about like, a city, like that's like a city I've heard the name of, but like I couldn't tell you where Beirut was if you like pointed out on a map. I would never.
I mean, I know it's in Lebanon, but I don't.
Now I do.
I don't even know I could point out where Lebanon is. Like I could circle an area of the globe.
Yeah, I can tell you where it's not.
It's not in the Western
North America,
Hemisphere.
Not South America, not Africa.
Are you sure it's not Africa?
Is it?
Are you 100% sure? I'm not sure. To me, it could be one of those like North Coast parts of it. I don't think it is. I think it's Middle East, but it could totally be like right next to Egypt, and I wouldn't fucking know.
Lebanon on a map.
What do we got?
It's by Syria and Israel.
Okay, so yeah, it's right in
Middle East.
They're okay. Right in the shit.
Looks like I would have been right if I was just Xing out continents. So
no, I mean that's totally where I was going to circle.
Pretty good job on my part. Just a couple geologists here.
Let's just hope it was an accident and not any sort of attack. Because that's the last thing we need to add to 2020 right now is something like that.
I mean, initially I thought it was an attack. I was like, I don't know what would have made an explosion that big. But if there was a fire in a building with that stuff, then that kind of could explain it. And so hopefully, like, there was just a terrible accident that happened. And
yeah, like especially as information came out, it made more sense. Like at first, you're like, God damn, that's a massive bomb. Of course, the first thing you think is attack. Yeah. And then you start thinking about it, you're like, fuck, that really is a ridiculously massive bomb. And then it comes out, it was like, oh, well, this was already stockpiled there. And you're like, oh, okay. It's like, man, if you could get your hands on Almost 3,000 tons of explosives. That's scary.
Yeah, right by a port and everything too. That's even scarier. But yeah, so Beirut, that's a comeback kid. Bet you guys didn't expect that last week when we were talking about what could be comeback kids.
No.
Another comeback kid is astrology, guys. Astrology is back because I sometimes get stuck on Vice, and I got stuck on a Vice article just because, like, there's do you just see a headline you just hate and you just click it and you're like, I just want to hate read this article, and it was
Everyone from Vice, yeah.
Yeah, usually I just read the comments on Facebook and Vice because it's just people roasting it, but they give you those really inflammatory, like, just they make you angry when you look at the headlines, and the headline was I think it was, the coronavirus is making people fall out of love with astrology. And I was like, how do those even have to go together? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
So coronavirus is doing something good?
Maybe. Spin zone, maybe.
Am I a fan of the coronavirus right now?
And so, but when it says coronavirus is making people fall out of love with astrology, this would be a good, like, recent study suggests kind of thing where you assume that there's going to be a lot of facts to back it up. And then it's just the author of this article that she feels like she's been looking at the news instead of astrology more. And she's like, wait, so just you. So one person, it's made feel
so just
way.
when I think it's going to be something, no, it's just somebody writing a self-indulgent article about, I haven't had time to look at my horoscope because the world is so messed up right now that I have to follow the news.
Well, it was like, bitch,
yeah, because your horoscope is bullshit anyway.
We're 4 months in to a global pandemic, and you're just now like, guys, I think I'm just not as excited about astrology as I used to be. Like, I'm looking at the news instead of, are the stars going to make me do this or what? Like, if you're into astrology, whatever, just, like, know that, like, it's probably not real.
It's dumb.
Not real.
But this is the person that, like, will tell their friends, like, oh my God, have you seen what's going on in politics lately? And the election's coming up. And everyone's like, yeah, Karen, we've all been watching this for 4 years.
Every 4 years, one of these comes up, believe it or not. Just wait till you hear about the Olympics.
Did you know the Olympics was canceled? Yeah,
last year.
Well, my astrologist said that a big event was coming for me. This must be what they meant.
Maybe if you looked at the rest of the world instead of the fucking moon all the time, you'd have a better read on what's going on.
Has it ever thrown you off that your astrology page is in the opinion section of the newspaper?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is, but that'd be fucking hilarious if it was.
But I don't know. I don't understand I hate when somebody's, well, I mean, I am a Leo, so, you know. It's like, that doesn't mean, like.
No, you're just using that as an excuse to act like an asshole. You
can't use when your birthday was to justify, like, as an asshole myself, I'm never like, I'm a Pisces. You guys know me.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to what you said. I'm a Cancer. It's just in my nature.
Yeah. It's like,
no, you're being an inconsiderate prick.
Well, that's not real, so I don't really care. I'm a Robert, unicorn.
Sorry I interrupt you 15 times an episode. It's just my sign. I can't help it.
He's such an Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people that are into astrology right now. Like, you guys are so fucking ignorant.
Let's do, also, like, you're into astrology, so reevaluate your statement by calling us an idiot. We're not judging you. We're not judging here. You can waste your time on that stuff if you want to waste it. That's the beauty of America.
But hey, like Alex said, free country. Waste your time on whatever the fuck you want to do. It's probably better than a lot of shit I waste my time on.
Let's make that our new, I've been doing you're a bot. Like, if you just disagree with me or anything, I just call him a bot on Twitter. Now, when anybody does anything, that's such a Virgo thing to say. Like, that's what I'm just going to start saying.
And just pick a random one I like that.
You're such a Sagittarius move.
Because then they're going to be like, no.
I'm a Taurus.
I'm a Taurus. You don't know
you're
anything. A car? Yeah, I'm a Cancer. Oh, okay, buddy. Just bring up your medical diseases to try and aid your sign. Dick.
Try and get the sympathy. All right. So astrology's back because That did feel very recent study suggests.
That's
where it's
such
like,
a Vice article.
So I'm suggesting this, but actually, and like my friends on my timeline don't even post about astrology as much anymore. It's like that doesn't mean that they're not looking it up every day. Like that's okay.
No, it's because everyone unfriended you because you post about astrology.
Because I don't care about what you think the stars mean for your Wednesday. I'm fine. Another comeback kid this week. We got content because Pass the Gravy, guys. We're pushing out content. The Pass the Gravy Podcast Network, whether it be Pass the Gravy Bro that just launched its first episode of the season last night. Chris Hogan hung out with me and Emma. We gave our preseason predictions for Big Brother before even knowing who the cast was officially, which I think we got some of it right. I think we were about half right so far. We just, under speculation of what we've been able to find online and alleged leaks, we were just hypothesizing who was going to be in the house. And we were like, we're doing an entire 30-minute podcast that could be completely pointless because none of these people could be on the show. And we just spent all this time talking about nothing. But
I've never seen Chris's hair so long.
Yeah, dude. Chris,
It's been
he's
so
working
long
on
since
the
I've seen him.
He went to New York, became all hipster.
Mhm.
Like now, yeah.
All right, now I can't wait to see. Are you releasing the video of it too?
Video's up right now. You can go check it out. Pass the Gravy, Bro.
I gotta see this hair.
I know a lot of you guys, a lot of people, maybe you're not a Big Brother fan. Maybe you don't know about Big Brother, but it's a pretty dope show. In a pandemic, you have a lot of time to watch things, and Big Brother is a perfect one to get behind if you want to try it out for the first time. We do have everybody in our Big Brother pool, but because we didn't know that it was going to be a live move-in like tonight when the premiere starts, we're going to do tomorrow. We'll be doing a Big Brother pool drawing. All right. Pat's gonna be at home, and I'll have all the people in the pool. Pat will have all the house guests at his place. I'll say, okay, my name came up. Who am I getting? And then Pat will just pull out of his hat. That'll be the way we do it. We can do it on Facebook Live. Pass the Gravy Bro. Go like us on Facebook. Follow our Instagram at Pass the Gravy Bro and on Twitter at Pass the Gravy Bro as well. It is brought to you by our good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company, our official presenting sponsor. And I think we're going to start doing episodes on Facebook Live, like on our Facebook page. We're going to also put it up so you can listen if you don't catch it live. But I think a lot of people want to weigh in after the show's over and they want to give their opinions. So now we can actually look at the comments. We can kind of be like, oh, Pat says, fuck you, Alex. And, you know, like
I say that a lot.
He does say that. But, you know, maybe there's an Alex on the cast that he's saying fuck you to. I don't know. But then you can go weigh in with us and discuss what you think about everything that happened on the show after it's over. And we're going to do that after every episode of Big Brother. Emma, myself, and sometimes Chris Hogan. I think Pat might even be joining us tonight after
I will be. Yeah. I got nothing else to do.
So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Big Brother is back. It's a little later than usual, but I'm super stoked about it. And then Pass the Gravy Podcast Network, obviously, we're pumping out Recent Study Suggests. That's awesome as well. We got the video version of Pass the Gravy, all kinds.
I like
how
you just threw Robert in there. I don't think he agreed to be part of the network yet.
No, we're making you part of the network.
You just opted him in.
I've opted you in. You can't opt out. The opt-out date was a minute ago. It was 4 p.m. on August 5th. Oh, crap. We're
shit, Robert.
Just missed it, dude. Just missed it.
It's 4:01 now.
Gotcha. Well, Recent Study Suggests. So you got all kinds of awesome podcast content to listen to. You got awesome video versions of podcasts that you can watch. And we got the Time Machine with Andrew Green as well as the Weekly D podcast. There's so many podcasts in the Pass the Gravy Podcast Network you can be checking out. We're pushing out content left and right. And if you haven't followed our meme account or just Pass the Gravy, we have fire memes all the time. So, you know, you come for the memes, you stay for the podcast. Content is king in Pass the Gravy. Just proven content. That's why it's back. And also a comeback kid along with content. Part of the content is our website, and that is getting a nice little facelift thanks to our good buddy Jesse. Give him a follow at Cypress Webs, CYPRESSWEBS. He's at Cypress Webs on Twitter. He voluntarily a couple of weeks ago when I was like, if anybody knows how to like do a website, will you help? He was like, hey, idiot, I can help you fix your stupid website. And then he had to like take it down for a couple of days because everything that I had done to it fucked it up so much to where he was trying to fix it. He was like, there was actually a lot of stuff I had to clear out. And I was like, yeah, don't know how to run a website, so my bad. But Jesse, really appreciate you helping us out, and I got a little sneak peek of it. Robert saw some of the mock-up stuff he had on it. It's a pretty sick-looking website. He even teased that maybe there's going to be something where you can go check out everything that's on the Pass the Gravy Podcast Network, so you can listen to all that stuff there. We're supposed to have a link to the merch store and everything there, too. Jesse, really making us look a lot better than my web ability, for sure. So can't wait for the full Pass the Gravy podcast or passthegravypod.com to be up and running. And then I guess just while I'm on it, with content, going back to content and Pass the Gravy, the fucking Pass the Gravy store, passthegravymerch.com. I don't know if you guys have seen it lately. Tell me you have.
It's lit.
There is some absolute fire new merch. And now when I say fire new merch, I mean be careful, because you may get burned looking at this fire new merch. Because, I mean, dog hoodies? What? You have dog clothes? It says Pass the Gravy is my favorite podcast. Get it, Pat? Get it?
I'm going to have to get one of those for my
Dog?
sister's dog, but I have no idea how to size dogs.
There's a sizing chart on there. We've teased this as well for a while. The Gravy Ladies shirts finally available. We also have tank tops for the ladies as well. And those are marked down from the $22 that most of our stuff is now, because obviously women get a little bit of a discount here at the Pass the Gravy store. They are pink when you look at the design, but then you can also get them in like several other colors, not just pink, ladies. If you didn't want to go pink, I didn't know if it was like, oh, am I stereotyping women by doing that? We got the face covers. We got the Gravy Gang t-shirts. I know Matthew Hadamio got one. I think I saw Dylan was getting one of those. My buddy Bro Brad, I think, got one of those. He also got the face cover, and then I've also thrown in a Pass the Gravy Bro shirt in the store as well. Some people, if you're into Pass the Gravy Bro and you want to buy a shirt and support that as well, you can go check that out too. There's some awesome new shit, guys. This is some dope new stuff, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna like all of it. We got a Rock Show shirt if you want to support your H-Town basketball. The Pastros. Jesse, our friend Cypress Webbs, he is a Packers fan. I was like, I gotta hook you up with a Packers shirt. So we may have to send him one of those bad boys over there.
It's not one of ours, but I'm wearing a Packers shirt right now.
I was like, way to promote somebody else's shirt, weirdo. But the dog hoodie, guys. If you haven't, just go passthegravymerch.com, check out the dog hoodie. Why wouldn't you get it? It's
great.
Awesome. And like, maybe it's too hot. No, you can throw it on when it's raining and your dog's got a nice little hood when they're going outside. So it is pretty great. Passthegravymerch.com. One more content thing we're pushing out right there. And then the final comeback kid I have this week was the number 29, because your boy is at 29 straight weeks of eating crawfish. Cal Ripken of Crawfish just keeps on chugging along, and there's no end in sight, fellas. We're about to hit the 30 mark this week, and I don't have any plans to stop. So Cal Ripken of Crawfish continuing to go on strong, and that is all I've got for the Comeback Kids segment.
You're an inspiration.
Hey, I'm just trying to set a good example that one day maybe my kids will look up to me. And they'll be like, oh, I remember my dad one time apparently ate over 30 weeks of crawfish in a row. Wow. Maybe.
And that's why he's been struggling with gout.
That's where it all came from.
It was sad that the gout took him.
I died because of gout. I'm like, remember when you tried to get like 48 weeks of crawfish, idiot? You're right. That was
Wheezy's going to wear a little hoodie that says gout is the real silent killer.
But as long as it's Pass the Gravy branded, that'd be okay.
What you talking, gout? There we go. That's the brand.
For the brand, at least. Let's get into our What Would Jesus Do segment. If you would like to weigh in on this, basically you just throw Jesus into today's society, throw him in a modern situation and give us a modern problem. We'll try and tell you how he would handle that. We always got those WWJD bracelets growing up, but they never really told you they never answered what Jesus would do. So we will do that for you. If you have a question about Jesus in a modern time that you'd like to throw at us and have us answer, hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassTheGravyPod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at NatPatDN, and Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. You can, we're only taking Twitter ones. So hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassTheGravyPod. This is the What Would Jesus Do intro from our good buddy Jingle Blake Wonder.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in the situation in a modern time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
This week's What Would Jesus Do comes from our good buddy Daniel Ramos at DJ Dan Holt on Twitter. Daniel says, what would Jesus do if he was among us during this global pandemic?
I think he'd be pretty pissed off that we can't follow directions.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Or he would have led us through it already. Because he would have been like...
That would be the easy one. That's the easy answer is he'd save us.
Wear your masks. Jesus would have stopped the guy from eating a fucking bat. Or that bat, anyway. Actually, I hate to say it. I don't even know if Jesus could have stopped this one, man. Or stopped the spread. Because, God damn it, we don't like being told what to do.
He could heal lepers. Like, COVID is not as bad, I don't think. So he could probably...
But how many can he heal at a time? He was healing one at a time back then, man. I don't know if he could heal swaths of people. I mean, I don't want to doubt Jesus' magical Jesus powers.
Right.
But...
What do you think? Like, would he just entertain us? Like, what would he would comfort us, bring us peace? I don't know.
I gotta say, I think
he would just give us all wine so we could get drunk and just say, fuck it.
That too. But I think he would have slowed the spread because I think people would have listened to Jesus when he was like, just wear a fucking mask. Stop. Like, come on, guys. Just put on the mask. Stop it. Because I think there's a large intersection of people that were pissed about wearing a mask and people that also still really love Jesus. Like that Venn diagram has a large
there's a lot of
section.
overlap. There's a lot of overlap in that, I would say.
And if Jesus was like, guess what? 11th commandment, wear a mask during a pandemic.
That is such an Aquarius thing for you to say, Jesus.
Like we wouldn't even need an NBA bubble right now. Because we'd be like New Zealand. We'd be back to 0 cases by now.
No, you know what Jesus would do if he was here during this pandemic? He'd probably be in the NBA bubble. He'd just be chilling.
Jesus would just be yamming on fucking centers and stuff?
No, he'd probably just be like there like to watch some hoops.
Or would he just get courtside for that virtual watch every time?
Oh, Jesus is always a digital fan. He's 100% a digital fan. And I don't think you have to register for the home team either. You just he's just always front and center.
Yeah. Yeah, Jesus always gets courtside.
They would just give him courtside. Kinda. You'd be the only person courtside.
Oh, see, I was still saying digital. You're saying that Jesus would just be allowed to be there. Because Jesus can't catch coronavirus.
No, I think Jesus would he'd be chilling with all the players at the pool and stuff. Like they'd be like, Jesus, walk on water again. Do it again. And he's walking on water, dunking in the pool.
Dude, you know they are having swimming races and shit. So they'd be like, go. And he would just hop up out of the water and run across and beat everyone.
Shit, he's way faster than us.
He's even in sandals, man. This is ridiculous. He'd beat
sandals
Miles Leonard
in that kind of
time?
Chug. Yeah. I think JC would be hanging in the NBA bubble.
I almost think he'd be in the NHL bubble.
Nah, he wouldn't want to go to Canada.
NHL players are so much cooler.
Yeah, but again, you have French Canadians up there, and I think it's gonna be pass.
Yeah,
I don't want to hang out with those fucking French Canadian goose announcers. Anyways, I just don't those guys are assholes.
Yeah, but at least in the NHL bubble, he doesn't have to see people dressing like LeBron James and Russell Westbrook, and he'd be like, "Dude, what are you doing?"
But what does LeBron James really like that Jesus is also kind of a master at?
Vino.
Sheesh. He does like him some wine, so
I don't think Jesus would contribute to LeBron's drinking problem.
But perhaps he gets LeBron's wine and distributes it to the rest of the league. Maybe that's what his purpose is in this situation.
This is why I love these, man.
Yeah, it really makes you think.
We're coming up with solutions to problems we didn't even know about 8 seconds ago.
We did, yeah. Who would have thought? Not me. Tell you that much.
Robert, what do you think?
Which bubble would he be in?
What do you think he'd do during the pandemic?
I think he would try to calm everyone down. I like him. I like the idea of him going to a bubble. I think he'd definitely be in the NBA bubble, though.
Instead of Jesus trying to help everybody else, he's like, no, I'm going to the bubble specifically where I know everybody's safe.
I can tell you why he would be in the NHL bubble. What is ice?
Water.
It's frozen water, and you can walk on it. Jesus would be walking on that water.
But I don't think he'd like to see people fighting.
Fighting happens in the NBA too.
Not as much. It's more pettiness.
I think Jesus would enjoy the passion of the game.
He'd be in the NBA bubble. That seems like a more fun bubble.
I mean, only because we're getting to see more of it. Hockey players, I guarantee you, are having so much fun. Because, like,
we just can't see what they're doing, probably because we shouldn't be able to see what they're doing because it may not be the best stuff.
One, it's Canada. Two, it's hockey, so most Americans don't give a shit. And three, NBA players just tend to be more out there. And there's less of them. Like, it's a smaller game. It's bigger names.
You have like 15 guys max on a team.
Yeah, hockey players, I'm convinced, are the coolest athletes on the planet. They just
I would agree. Yeah,
those dudes' brains just work differently than the rest of the world.
They're not like they don't like walk around like, oh, I'm a stud athlete. I mean, some of them do, but like they don't typically just walk around with that like star mentality. They're just like Alexander Ovechkin just seems like a regular guy when you see him walking around.
No,
like,
he seems like any picture.
LeBron James
Russian.
is a fucking celebrity, and LeBron James is a celebrity, but like LeBron James acts like a celebrity when he's walking around.
Like you couldn't have a beer with LeBron.
Alex Ovechkin like takes his kids to the park, probably walks his own dog. Like he's an everyman.
Yeah, like
he's also sick at hockey.
You could have a beer with those guys. You couldn't have a beer with like LeBron or James Harden and shit like that. Like because they just live on a completely different planet than the rest of us.
Well, and like hockey players, not all of them, but like a lot of hockey players, they just look like random guys. Like
they're not cut up. They're not like there are big dudes and strong
you're
dudes
missing
and
teeth
dudes.
or whatever. So like, what's this guy's
like,
story? But like, there's no set. Like there are tall guys, but there's not like most of them aren't like 7 feet tall. Like all of them
blend into a
aren't
crowd.
close to 7 feet tall. Where you're like, oh, okay, you're a giant.
I mean, you see
you
Connor
have Tyler
McDavid.
Myers, who's a giant, but
Connor McDavid is the best hockey player in the world.
If
you saw him walking down the street, you wouldn't know. Like if you saw him at a pool with his shirt off, you wouldn't even necessarily think that guy was a professional athlete.
He's the best player right now, right?
Yeah, he's the best player on the planet. Connor McDavid's a freak. He has ridiculous
just
puck
getting
skills.
older.
Yeah,
Crosby can go fuck himself. But just it's got to be McDavid's league right now.
He's ridiculously fast too.
Until Dylan Larkin
the
takes
speed
over
that he has. All right, we've done enough hockey.
We've just tuned everybody out on hockey. But Jesus would go to the NBA bubble. That's what he would do during this global pandemic.
He would. I would go to the NHL. I'm the Pope.
That's a really good question, though, Daniel. At DJ Dan Holt. Hashtag PTGWWJD to at Pass the Pod if you would like to weigh in on a What Would Jesus Do segment in the future. All right, let's move on to the Not Cool segment where we tell you something that's happened to us in the last week or so that is not cool. But before we do that, let's talk to you about our good buddies at Alamo Remedy CBD. All right, our contest is going to run through Friday at 5 p.m., okay? I'm going to say Friday at 5 p.m. I will wrap up the contest that we started last week, and you guys absolutely did a fantastic job. Our boys at Alamo Remedy hit us up, and we're like, hey, you guys just spammed the shit out of our account, so thank you. Thank you for just hashtagging Gravy Gang on everything that didn't even really have to do with your podcast, but thank you. So basically what you do is you go follow them on Twitter or on Instagram, Instagram at Alamo Remedy CBD, and then go comment on every single one of their posts. Just use the hashtag Gravy Gang. That's all you got to go do. Every single post, and I will pick 5 of you. I get to pick 5 of you guys. That's the power that I was given. I'll pick 5 of y'all, and then you will get any free product from Alamo Remedy CBD, whether you want the gummies. I know Matthew Hadamio got the gummies. I know our girl Mel got some gummies as well. And using our promo code PTG at checkout gets you 10% off of your order. Most of their products are $17.99. They all have 250 milligrams of CBD, which is about 50% off of the national brands, the $17.99. A lot of the CBD products you see out there are pretty expensive. And, Alamo Remedy knows maybe you're not as educated or you just don't know a lot about Alamo Remedy, or not Alamo Remedy specifically, but CBD in general. And you've heard some stuff and you want to give it a try. And if it's a $50 thing, you're not going to be as likely to give it a try. But with $17.99, it's like, hell, why not? Why not just give these gummies a try? And I promise you, you're going to love every Alamo Remedy product you have. I love the gummies. They have the new new hemp flower that they got. This, okay, I showed you guys this last week. Like, when they sent it to me, I was like, I think you guys sent me drugs. I think you sent me drugs, because this is what comes in it. It looks like weed. It looks like weed. It's not. It's not, though. And you can roll it up. You can smoke it. It does not get, like, you're not like super stoned or anything like that. It's like you're kind of chilled out, mellowed out, without being like foggy headed or like, whoa, man, what's going on, dude? Like, you can be productive. You can do everything else you were going to do. It doesn't slow you down one bit. My like whole mental capacity was still there. I didn't feel like it slowed me down at all. And it's a totally different experience. It's got 0.3% THC in it, which makes it legal. All of the stuff at AlamoRemedy.com is 100% legal. $17.99 is where it starts. I think the hemp flower is $20. But you know what? If you go #GravyGang on everything, at Alamo Remedy CBD on Instagram, if you get picked to be a winner, you can get that hemp flower for free. Why not go do it? I'm telling you guys, I am a huge Alamo Remedy fan. I didn't know a lot about them at all. They sent me all this stuff. And the cucumber melon lotion, guys. Like, after I'm playing soccer, rubbing it on the ankle, rubbing it on the hip, rubbing it on the knee, it is phenomenal. And like, they need to make a cologne for it. They just need to make food that you can eat that has whatever if you can put that scent into a flavor, I'm all about it, because it's phenomenal. If you want the lotion, the tincture oil, the hemp flower, or the gummies, all of it is A+++ at Alamo Remedy CBD. AlamoRemedy.com. At Alamo Remedy CBD on Instagram. Give them a follow. Let them know the Gravy Gang sent you. And if you get your Alamo Remedy, tag them. Hit them up on Twitter, on Instagram. Tag us as well. Let them know you heard about them from Past the Gravy podcast. And again, use our promo code PTG at checkout at AlamoRemedy.com. Promo code PTG for 10% off of your order at AlamoRemedy.com. AlamoRemedy.com, promo code PTG for 10% off of your order. It's Alamo Remedy CBD, our official CBD sponsor of Pass the Gravy. This segment's also brought to you by our buddies at Little M Air Fresheners. Happy birthday to Little M. They turned 2 years old, so congrats to them on being in business for 2 years now.
Congrats,
so right
Em.
now, because of their 2-year anniversary, they're having a little sale. You can get free shipping on orders over $10 and 20% off of your order in general with the promo code 2 years. All one word. 2 years, TWOYEARS, all spelled out, all one word. 20% off at littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com for the best air fresheners in the world. They have some fucking keychains flying off the shelves right now. You can get one that says see you never. You can get one that says getaway car. They're the old motel style keychains. They're pretty dope looking. You got stickers. You got all kinds of stuff at littlemshop.com with the air fresheners, guys. Why wouldn't you want the fresh to death air fresheners, the rad air freshener, the out of this world air freshener? They're all badass. The Miami Beach air freshener. You go, you get some of the dopest air fresheners in the world. You throw away the stupid baby back bitch green trees that cost like 47 trees to chop down to make one little stupid air freshener, because Little M throws tree seeds out when they do sell an air freshener. So every air freshener basically is saving the planet. So do you want to save the planet? Then go buy from Little M air fresheners. littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. Use promo code 2 years, all one word, TWOYEARS. Promo code 2 years at checkout for 20% off of your order. And on all orders of $10 or more, you're going to get free shipping. So you can get just a shitload of air fresheners right now for 20% off with $10 free shipping when you just go to littlemshop.com. Why wouldn't you want to go stock up? This is the perfect time to go stock up. If you buy anything from Little M air fresheners, tag them on Twitter at Little M Tweets, at Little M Shop on Instagram. Let them know you heard from them on Past the Podcast. Little M air fresheners, the best air fresheners in the whole wide world. Guys, let's get into the not cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool.
I have some really dumb ones if you'd like me to lead off.
Go for it.
All right. Well, my first not cool is the Atlanta Dream. the Atlanta Dream. I mean, you guys know me. I'm an equal opportunity gambler. I gamble on WNBA. I gamble on NBA. Doesn't matter. If I think it's a good beat, I'm going to take it. And for some reason, I saw in one article that they thought the Atlanta Dream were a good bet last night. And I was like, fuck it. One guy online said it. I'm doing it. So I bet Atlanta, and then I was trying to put out a parlay, but to make it more valuable, I threw the Dream in there. So I bet Atlanta twice last night. I bet Atlanta plus 6.5, and then I bet them to win outright in a parlay. And I turned on the game. I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch a ton of WNBA, but I turned that on, and within the first 5 minutes of turning on the Atlanta Dream against the Phoenix Mercury, I realized that Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner both played for Phoenix. And at that point, I was just like, fuck. That's like half of the WNBA players I know, and they're on this team. So I think I just picked the wrong team, and I backed that, and I lost both bets. And I was a huge Atlanta Dream fan for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then, you know what? Fuck the Atlanta Dream. They're a bunch of frauds, and they're my least favorite WNBA team. I hate them. So the Atlanta Dream, not cool, because some guy online he didn't tell me. He just tweeted out like that his best beat was the Dream to pull off the upset. And I was like, fuck it. This guy seems like he knows what he's tweeting about. Let's go with that. And me taking random Twitter internet guys' advice on gambling and then wagering 2 bets on it and fucking that over in the Atlanta Dream for fucking me over in general. And then my other not cool is a really first world problem about curbside pickup that's not curbside pickup. So Emma and I ordered from a certain bread place. It's a restaurant that is known for their bread and their soups and their sandwiches, and we don't like to name names. There's no free ads, but it rhymes with Schmanera Schmed. And so it was a curbside pickup thing. So you go there, and they have signs all outside. It's like, hey, order online. When you show up, hit the button, and we'll bring your food out. And I was like, okay, cool. And Emma had ordered, and I was like, hey, I'm here. So just hit the button. So Emma hit the button, and I waited for like, I don't know, 15 minutes. It felt like just sitting on the curb, like in my car, like what's, and I mean, I'm not in the heat. I'm in my fucking car with air conditioning on, listening to music, but I was just like, where the fuck is my food? Like, what's up? And I went inside. I was like, hey, I had like a curbside pickup and they were, oh yeah, it's right here. I was like, aren't y'all like supposed to bring that out? And she's like, oh, well, you can come in and get it. I was like, I know I can't, I'm aware
But
of that
I ordered
now.
curbside, so I didn't have to do that.
It said curbside, and you guys have like 14 signs that say when you pull up, hit this on the app, and we will come bring your food to you, which is what I did. And then I was like, it doesn't make sense to have the sign that says to wait here and to do this thing if then I wait 15 minutes and still have to go get it myself. Like, don't advertise it as curbside pickup if it's, rapid pickup. That's really what it was. It's the old school, like, okay, that's how I used to always go do it. They'd put it on a shelf, I'd go grab it, and I was out. But it was like, I was under the impression there was a new system, and then like there's not a new system. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just wasted, like, in the grand scheme of things, everything was fine. The food was fine, and it was like I just had to walk inside. But just the fact that I sat there for 15 minutes waiting for food to be brought out that kind of sucked. So
It's poor customer service.
It's not a great not cool, but that's another not cool I had. Really, I had that as my main
feel
not
you.
cool, and then the Atlanta Dream I just threw in last night because fuck them right now. Fuck the Atlanta Dream. I hope they lose every game.
My not cool is my own ignorance. So I got an email the other day because I already have Disney Plus. I've got ESPN, and that runs me about $12 a month. And I get the email, and it's like, hey, you can bundle Disney Plus and ESPN Plus and Hulu.
For the same price.
And it's going to cost you $13 a month. And I was like, why did I not know about this? Like, I feel like I should have known about this. And also, I do feel like somebody's told me about this.
But
Once I got the email.
It's Hulu with ads, though. Just
It is. It sucks. But once
call me bougie.
it,
Call me bougie. I can't do the ads. Don't like the ads. Once you
I'm with you.
once you're used to that not ad life, you're just like, fuck this.
But also, Hulu by itself without ads, with ads is like $6. So it's not like what's Netflix, like 13. So the price kind of makes sense. But when it's only costing me $1 a month, I can deal with it. But also, it's
I
like
guess.
as I'm watching shows, because I have terrible ADD and I'm a millennial, and we all can't stop looking at our phones. During that ad, I'm like, oh look, I can check my phone for a minute, and then
true.
bam, put it
Okay.
down to get back to the show.
Another just
But I got it 100% just so I could watch Letterkenny.
can I piggyback on yours with another not cool I just thought of as you were talking about Hulu?
No, it's not allowed.
No.
Well, I'm going to
Mm-mm.
anyways because another not cool, and I always get annoyed with Netflix. I feel like I'm sorry. I'd like to issue an apology to Netflix because I think a lot of times you get frustrated where like you're watching a show and you're on your 4th episode of it. It's like, are you still watching? You're like, motherfucker, now I got to move all the way. I got to find wherever the remote is, and I got to hit yes. I'm still watching. But like also I've fallen asleep and woken up to that screen. I'm like, man, I'm glad that stopped it there. Hulu doesn't have that at all. Like if you fall asleep during Always Sunny in Philadelphia and it's season 6, episode 5, you can wake up during season 9. They just play it all the way through. And you're like, well, now I don't remember where I fell asleep. Shit. So like that is
It's a rough
sort of
one.
another not cool where then you're like, now I got to go figure out how far I went. And then
Have
you
you
guys
guys
spend like partial episodes trying. Did I watch this already? I don't know. Let's just figure it out. Robert, what were you saying? Sorry.
Have you guys seen Palm Springs on Hulu?
Yeah, good show. Good movie.
Not yet,
Good
but I heard
movie.
great things. I'm gonna start that after I finish Letterkenny again.
It's like a modern Groundhog Day, basically.
Mm-hmm. Really good, I think.
But I didn't have
Who
very high
was in that
expectations.
again?
Andy Samberg and
J.K. Simmons.
yeah, and what's the girl's name?
I don't remember the girl's name, but she was the mother in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, you've seen
Christina Michochi.
Yeah, something like
Milicic
that.
or something like that.
Melody.
Yeah.
But I went into that movie with very, very low expectations because it looked corny, it looked predictable, it looked like it was a remake of Groundhog Day, and I finished that movie and was pretty fine with it. I thought I was really impressed with it. Like it wasn't the best movie of all time, but it's like for a movie that's about like 2 hours long to kill some time at night, like crushed it. Absolutely
Mhm.
crushed it. Totally worth like that's what I think a Hulu movie should be. Like when Hulu and Netflix have like, oh, these are our own movies. It's like I don't have very high expectations, but when you find like a nice little gem in those, this is cool.
So is that your nap cool, Pat?
Yeah, that's all I got.
That's all you got. All right.
All right. So I got.
Did you get us an update on brakes though? Hold on. Sorry. Your brakes are all good now?
Oh yeah. Those guys, they took care of my shit.
Okay.
Everything on the car is great now. Now I just have to. So I think I talked about last week about my AC still not being there though, right?
They
Or
still
did
couldn't
this-
fix that?
Yeah, no, they couldn't. But I did find a video where. Okay, so mine's a 2012 Fusion. If it was a 2013, the sensor is literally in the grill that you could just unplug and replug a new one. Not in this one. Mine, you have to completely take off the dashboard to get to it, and I'm not about to pay all the fucking service fees and all that shit. But I found a video where if I replace the center or take out the center compartment that's on top of the dashboard, I can punch a hole in the back base of it right there. And then I can just reach in and grab the sensor and replace it. So I'm just going to do that.
That works.
I got to take a hammer to like bang a hole in it.
Did you take it to the
like-
guy I told you?
No, I didn't. But I've already found like I can do that, but he would still have to completely take off my dashboard. Like the entire like where it's steering it. And then I got to pay for labor and all that shit. No, I found a video where I can literally take a hammer and knock a hole in this bitch. And guess what? If it doesn't work, I still don't have AC. But if it does work, I have AC. And I just made my last payment on the car. I own the fucking car now. So there's no downside. Like
That's what like that's the like weird spot I'm in where you're like, well, like it's a free car now. Like I don't want to get a new one because I don't.
oh yeah,
pay
I'm
for,
driving this fucker till he dies.
Yeah, and then you're just kind of like, okay, like how much do I put into it? I don't know, but like,
I mean, I just put $900 into it.
right,
so-
right. But you think like, yeah, I know how much the car's worth now, and I'm like, if this were to happen, do I pay for this again, or am I just like, fuck it, and I gotta just buy a new one? All right. Anyways, Robert, I'm sorry. What was your not cool?
Yeah, I have two quick ones. So like 2 nights ago, I overslept. I got a lot of sleep. It was like 8.5 hours, but I overslept for like work. And last night, my body decided to overcompensate by making me only get like 6 hours of sleep. and couldn't go back to sleep.
Only 6 hours.
Only 6 hours.
I'm tired. Okay, I don't normally get 6 hours.
See, if Robert was us, he would have been like, man, I'm tired. Fuck you.
That's true.
And the other one is on Sunday. I was trying to record another episode of A Recent Study Suggests, and like
Nice plug.
the whole world decided just to be noisy. Like, you know, I have birds like right here. They were going super crazy, just squawking for so long. There was a dog barking outside. Like several planes and helicopters went over the house. Just like everything that could make noise decided to make noise.
There was on this episode that you just did, your first episode you guys put out. There was like one part I was walking the dog and I was listening to it on Monday night, and it was like you could hear a plane for a long time, and it was like you could hear both of you guys talking, and then you could tell that you at whatever point you're like, all right, hold on, just hold that thought.
Yeah,
and you could tell right where it was like play. And it was just normal again. And I was like, okay, I know exactly what Robert did. That was smart. That was a smart move.
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, there was like sometimes where I did have to like, well, okay, let's pause, wait for this to happen, and I'll just cut it later in post because it was just too noisy.
Or it's one of those things where like, and like, again, like it makes like where Pat doesn't notice. I don't think most people notice that stuff, but just because like I also spend like a majority of my life editing audio too. Like
You're also in the biz.
All those things, but that was one of those where I was like, man, that's a lot. I was like, good job, Robert. Like the like audio nerd was like, well done. You know how to fix this. You heard that going, and you're like, hold on, Sam, hold on. We're professionals. We got that. And I was like, not a lot of first podcasts sound that way. A lot of the first podcasts would have just had that going the whole time. The lawnmower's on the other time. Yeah, that is the worst. Like remember it was like thundering here one time.
Yeah.
And we were like, could anybody hear the thunder? I was like, oh yeah, we could hear every thunderclap the whole fucking time. And they were like power washing one time. You could hear them power washing for like half of our podcast. It was the worst.
Yeah, it started thundering towards the end of the recording too. Like I was like super frustrated. I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to, but like Seth's like, no, we got to pull through. And it was just like, okay, we gotta do it. But it was just so annoying.
When we make it big, we'll get that big ass fucking like warehouse that we turn into a studio. We'll have all the soundproof rooms. We'll have generators where the power goes out. We can still be like, no, we're fine. We're good. Keep going. Like, and then we'll be like, remember when we used to have audio issues with lawnmowers and planes those days? When we're doing TED Talks and stuff, we'll be looking back at this and laughing. Robert would be the TED Talk, not us. They would not trust Pat or I to host a TED Talk
on failing upwards.
Yeah, you'd probably be good at that. Actually, you'd probably be pretty good at that.
Just stay complacent and things will work out, guys.
You'll figure it out. Just keep telling yourself you'll figure it out, and eventually you might.
Just keep telling yourself things are good enough, and eventually they will be.
That was like honestly like my mentality a lot of the times where it was like I remember like working in radio doing like the part-time shit where I was working Rockets and Astros games. I was never having any weekends or like nights off really, and it just sucked. But I was like, I don't know, man, things will work out. I always just had that mentality like, I don't know. I feel like things will work out, and like I feel like I just convinced myself that it would. And once you believe what you're telling yourself, then it was like, I don't know. Then I got a morning show gig. That was tight.
You read The Secret, didn't you?
I have, but like I was like, if I just keep saying it, it'll be
Bruins
cool.
tied it
Like,
up.
it could be. There we go. All right. So that was our not cool. Let's talk about the answers segment. We'll get into that here in a second. But this week's answer segment is brought to you by our pals, our newest friends at Ranch Rider Spirits Company. Real cocktails made with fresh citrus out of Austin, Texas. It's all natural cocktails.
Robert heard it too.
What? Real cock?
You like froze for a half second. So it's real
cock
tails.
Real cock tails. Made with fresh citrus, premium distilled spirits, sparkling water, fresh squeezed fruit, not a drop of added sugar, artificial sweetener, or any of that natural flavoring bullshit. These guys started a food truck out in Austin. They wanted to just provide healthy meals for people. There's some UT students. Their names were Quentin and Brian, and they just wanted to deliver healthier meals to their friends. Then they like to drink, but they're like, we were looking for a drink that isn't loaded with sugar or artificial sweeteners, but it's still dope. So they bought like a carbonation tank, started mixing their own cocktails, and that's how they had Ranch Rider Spirits Company. That's how it was born. They got the 3 flavors. They have the ranch water. It's got reposado tequila, sparkling water, and real lime juice in it. The Tequila Paloma is made with real reposado tequila, sparkling water, grapefruit juice, and lime. And the Chilton, which I am drinking right now, that's my favorite. The Chilton is my favorite.
That's what I'm drinking too.
Well, Chilton is it's made with vodka, sparkling water, real lemon juice, and sea salt, and it is an absolute delight. You're hanging by the pool. You want to crush a Chilton.
It's perfect for that.
Good.
The best way, and this is a bad description of it, but like it's like lemonade, but like if you didn't dump all that sugar into it. So like you think that sounds really sour. No, it's delicious.
Dude, that's a really good description of it.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like maybe? I feel like it's a bad one because people are like, "Oh, then you're just drinking lemon water." No. This shit is the real deal.
And like all of these, the dangerous thing about these is they are all extremely chuggable. Like
yes,
and they come in 4-packs. There's 6-packs that are mixed where you get 2 of each, but you get the 4-packs of each individual flavor, and like I could crush all 4. Like looking at a 4-pack, I could just chug the 4 of those, and then like.
And they're 6%, so
6%,
that'll get you going real quick.
Don't recommend that unless you're really trying to go 0 to 100 real fast. But Ranch Rider Spirits Company, go give them a follow on Twitter at Ranch Rider Spirits on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know you heard about them on Past the Grade Podcast. Again, these are cocktail drinks, so you can't buy them at like an HEB. You got to go to a liquor store, but all the big liquor stores, the Specs, Goody, Total Wine, and more, all of those will have the Ranch Rider Spirits Company. Just be like, yo, where's the Ranch Rider drinks at? Where's that at? Show me where the Chiltons are at, and they'll point you in the right direction. Ranch Rider Spirits Company, the newest sponsor of Pass the Gravy podcast and the official sponsor of this week's Answers segment that begins right now.
Well, if you just answer the question, why just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, let's start with our first question, as always, from our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Oh my God, it's Skylar!
At OMG, it's Skylar. And Skylar says, where do pigeons come from? Like, have you ever seen pigeons in the forest? They're always in cities.
So when
this is more of an observation, but also, yeah.
And a daddy pigeon love each other.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I mean, if you're in New York City, you're going to see pigeons in Central Park, I would assume.
But, like, that's not a forest. It's a park.
It's a park.
Yeah, you don't see pigeons. Like, I always feel this way about cows. Like, you never see a wild cow. There's never just a cow that anybody
there aren't
stumbles
wild cows anymore.
Right.
At least not in America.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like you just don't stumble upon those. I think pigeons are the same thing. They're all just like city fucking folk.
Well, they're sky rats, so I would assume they scavenge. So the best place to scavenge is in a city.
Yeah.
Scavenge.
Scavenge. Robert, do you want to try one?
No, I think I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I think you guys got it covered.
All right.
All right. Thanks for the help, bro. Good work.
Really brought a lot to the table on that one. Yeah, I guess. That is one of those just like, whoa.
They're sky rats, and you don't see rats in the forest either. That's what it is.
You don't see flamingos in the forests.
I mean, you don't see me in the forest either, so I'm not going to see any of them. I'm not going to see any of them in the forest because I'm not going to fucking be there.
That's true. I mean, has there been a pigeon in a forest? Probably at some point.
Yeah, they're dumb. They
lost. Probably died because there was no trash to eat.
Ooh, you know why? Because pigeons carry messages. and they are
always.
spies
Not
for the
always.
government. Yeah, no, the ones that don't carry
As I have
messages.
told you guys, they don't always work.
So if they're carrying messages, they're probably in the city, carrying from one rooftop to the other. If not, they're actually government drones. And why would the government put the drones in the forest? They keep them in the cities where the people are.
Gotta spy on the
Boom.
bears, dude.
Boom, answered. Nah, that's what foxes are for. Foxes keep eyes on the bears.
Okay, all right. Totally makes sense.
Pigeons,
makes
you
sense.
fly right. You got to fly in between trees. That's
See,
hard.
before that, you were just talking crazy. Now it makes total sense. You get it.
Yeah.
Finally, something that makes sense.
Foxes are the spies of the forest.
Okay, so this is another Fox video. Just talking Fox. This is a video that I just watched nonstop. I like when we did the SpaceX launch. I watched. Oh, I should have made that a comeback kid.
Is it what does the fox say?
No. When we did the SpaceX launch, I watched like where the rocket like goes back in the atmosphere and lands right side up and everything over and over and over again. And the other day I was just watching that fox that's jumping into the snow over and over and over and over again. And then if you go look at the one where I guess somebody has a fox in their house, like a pet fox, and they had white bed sheets, and it's just trying to dive into the snow that's bed sheets. And I was just like, oh, you're so dumb though. You're never gonna get through there. It's a mattress. But
Bro,
just foxes diving into things, fucking, if you want to kill like 45 minutes of your life, just go do that. It's great.
Bro, when they make noises, they're so cute. That like squeak that you make when you pet them and rub their belly. Oh.
We need to be like more of a Rex Chapman kind of Twitter. I don't know if you follow Rex Chapman.
Foxes, bruh.
Everybody follows Rex Chapman. And if you don't, like you've seen his retweet, somebody's retweeted him or you've seen people like his shit. But it is just like the formulaic Twitter where it's like, animal video,
bruh.
Crazy fucked up video of somebody getting punched in the face. Like what the WTF? And then like twice a day, dogs, bruh, or some cute animal, bruh. And like,
you would think
let's just do that.
He was just some random internet account. I didn't realize like until like a month ago that Rex Chapman played in the NBA.
Yeah, he's a basketball player.
Yeah, did not know that until like a month ago.
He wasn't like a star, obviously, but
no, he was a bench guy. He was a bench filler.
Star. He's a Twitter star. And maybe PTG just needs to get our Twitter game like dogs, bro. More gravy dogs. Hey, let's do Gravy Dog Friday. Every Friday, hashtag Gravy Dogs. Just send us your Gravy Dog. And
my brother just sent me a bunch. My mom found some old necklaces and put them on the dog. Looks hilarious.
Dogs wearing clothes. Dogs don't wear clothes.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to wear a Pass the Gravy is my favorite podcast dog hoodie. By the way, all right, yeah, Dog Friday. Hashtag Gravy Dog Friday. Use that hashtag at Pass Gravy Pod. I'll pick one random, whoever has the cutest dog, I'll pick, and I'll give you a dog hoodie.
How will you pick? That's going to be a tough one.
We'll all have to vote. The three of us will decide.
That's going to be a rough one.
I mean, they're all good boys and girls. Yes, it is. It is a rough decision.
I see what you did there.
But just like, there's nothing better. Like that was my favorite thing we did. We were just show us your dog. I don't care if it's the same dog. I'll fucking look at your dogs over and over again. Dogs are awesome. Like I could see dog pictures all the time, and I'm fine with that. Gravy Dog Friday. Hashtag Gravy Dog Friday at Pass the Gravy Pod. We'll pick one of your dogs, and we will give them a Pass the Gravy podcast dog hoodie. All right. Our next question comes from at Josh_Posados. Joshua Posados. He's in the running for Pass the Gravy's Rookie of the Year this year. He says, "What's another word for thesaurus?" I see what you did. Because like thesaurus is to come up with other words.
I don't think there is another word for it. There are words that can describe it, but thesaurus is the only single word that describes a thesaurus. Similar word book.
I think a thesaurus was a dinosaur when I was growing up.
Well, it's because you're a dumb person with a dumb brain.
You know what? My grades weren't the greatest.
Yeah, the best I can come up with is similar word book. But as the great Kevin Melon once said, why use many word when few word do trick? So we came up with thesaurus.
The thesaurus, though, came in clutch in a lot of like papers where you're like, I feel like I'm writing the same sentence.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold on. However.
Oh, no. When you're trying not to plagiarize.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was another one. But then, like, when you feel like you don't have anything to say, so you're like, which is why the blah, blah. Like, you just keep kind of re-saying the same phrases over and over again. and just sort of changing whatever you're talking about, then you're just like, well, let me look up a thesaurus, and this will kind of change this up. And
As previously stated, and then you just change up what you
wherewithal,
already said.
Yeah, you just rephrase that.
But mainly, if you're trying not to plagiarize, you copy paste the sentence and then just change the end of the sentence to the beginning, and then thesaurus some words in there.
So what is another word? Although he says, what's another word? Not words or combination.
That's what I'm saying. There is no other word. There is no singular word. You know what? Let's go to thesaurus.com and see if we can find one.
There you go. There you go. I mean, I would say, but it's 2 words. It would be like word dictionary or similarity dictionary.
Ooh. No, see, here's the thing. It goes synonyms for reference book. Obviously, that's 2. Glossary.
No. A glossary
lexicon,
is just where you can get stuff.
Lexicon, I like. Here's one that it could totally mean it because none of us know what it means. Onomasticon.
What?
That is a Decepticon name. Onomasticon.
Mm-hmm.
Terminology, vocabulary, language reference book, and source book. Source book is pretty close, but source book, I think, is not actually a thesaurus, though. It's a little bit different.
Right. I
kind of like calling them transformers because you said the Decepticon name, and if it's like a transformer, it transformed one word into another word, but it's still that same meaning.
No, I get that.
There's some
I like
logic
that.
there. You know,
I
a
like
little
that.
loose, but
yeah.
See, yeah, dude, there is not all these things. Hold on, let me click on Onomasticon to see what the hell that means. A list or collection of proper names. See, none of these are actually a thesaurus. A thesaurus is going to give you other words that mean the same as your word. And
so maybe there is none.
There isn't. There are things that are in the similar realm, but are not.
Yeah, I guess so. Robert, what did you say again?
I said transformer.
I like we're gonna go transformer.
It's not.
Shh, we're going transformer. We're going. All right.
It transform one word into many words that mean the same thing.
Exactly. So perfect. It's transformer. Nailed it. Our next question is from our girl Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston on Twitter, and she says, "Is the asteroid belt like the rings on Saturn, or like a shell of asteroids all around an electron cloud style?"
It's actually more like it's not as skinny as the rings of Saturn, and the rings of Saturn aren't actually that skinny, but it's not like a spherical. Like the asteroid belt is actually like a singular belt like this. It's not a spherical electron cloud.
What about an astrology belt? Is there an astrology belt where like the Pisces goes here?
Yeah, it's the Orion's belt. That's an astrology belt.
I knew it. An asteroid belt is like atoms, like an atom. It's like floating around it and like an orbit, kind of. Is that what she's explaining?
Like so. Yeah. So the cloud is what she's talking about, where the electrons, they float freely in levels, but they float all around it in a spherical motion. The asteroid belt is actually just in one loop. It's not all over the place. They do stay confined in one belt. Now that belt is many, like it's a long fucking distance high, but it is just one belt.
So is it more of like a wall?
Whoa. Don't go there. Trying to separate the inner and outer planets.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's kind of comparing it to things like if it's like to an electron, then it would be kind of floating around it. If it's a ring is just like.
Technically, because it's a ring, I would say maybe it's more of a moat.
I don't know.
It's
That's
a belt.
Good one.
But yeah, it is more. It is.
That's why they call it a belt.
More like the rings of Saturn than it is an electron cloud.
Okay.
All I know is that I'm gonna bleep out when Alex said wall. He's gonna be like,
Please do.
is it like
Please
a
do.
beep?
Do it. Do it.
and
Do
then
it.
Pat's like, well, you can't say that.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's fine. Do
Build
that.
the asteroid. Beep.
Yeah, just bleep all of that stuff. Yeah, good call. So yeah, I guess it would be like the rings on Saturn out of the two options you gave us.
Yeah,
That's a good question. Maybe
definitely.
it kind of broke my brain. Josh Tree Coddle at Joshua Tree 713 has our next one, and he says, "Is getting a cardboard cutout of yourself put in the stands at a game the cheapest way to have a season ticket?"
Yeah, because it's way cheaper than season tickets.
It's like $100, right?
Something like that. I mean, it probably varies team to team. But yeah, you do that
Cheaper
and then
than
you
a
watch
season
on TV.
ticket. Actually, no, the cheapest way to get season tickets is if somebody accidentally, like, they put the wrong address, or the person that lived where you live before had season tickets and it accidentally got mailed to them, and then you just didn't give them the tickets. Then
I'm
you
pretty
just
sure
use
they
their
would
tickets.
report that, though.
But that would be the cheapest way. Or if they like
No, because
died,
they would
if
report
the
it, and then when you
person,
went to go scan your ticket, it wouldn't work.
what
They
if
would cancel those out.
what if that person like died though, and then the tickets still got delivered to you? Like
Okay,
you-
so yeah, if a single person with no family ordered season tickets but then died, but it was accidentally shipped to you, yes, in that fucked up scenario, that would be the cheapest
so
way.
that would be the cheapest way. We didn't say how. We just said the cheapest way. I'm just saying that is probably the cheapest way. It's literally free tickets.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's probably it's probably not the right thing to take all those tickets. I mean, I would probably skim a couple. You look at the games, I'd pick like 2-3 weekends worth of games that like I want.
I mean, that would definitely be the cheapest way because then you're making money off of it too.
Then you could sell them. You could sell 'em. I don't like baseball. I know our buddy Mundo. I think he did the thing where like you buy the season tickets and then you sell certain games to like make back what you paid for the season tickets. And that works with like baseball, I feel like, and probably basketball too. But like, I don't know, with like football, I know that there's people that are like they do that same thing with like Texans tickets or whatever. But like, I'm such a diehard like football fan where it's like if I get the season tickets, I'm going to every single game. Like I'm not gonna be like, well, I don't want to go see this game. I can make money selling the Steelers tickets because people are gonna want to see that. Like I don't. Like,
I could
football
actually see
has so
myself.
few games. Baseball, you have like 162, so that's 81 home games. Like I'm probably not going to 100 to 81 games at all. I'm probably not going to 40 games.
I could see myself buying season tickets and selling every single one of them to make a profit. And watching from home. I just like watching from home better, man.
How much are season tickets? I mean,
I
as
don't
a
know.
former season ticket
I know
owner
for the Packers,
of
I'd
the
be on like a
Roughnecks,
40-year
they weren't
wait
that bad.
list.
The Roughnecks were like $200. And I owned part of the team at that point, too. I got a discount. How much are Astros season tickets? Let's just say that.
Yeah, it could be longer now. Last I checked, I think the Packers were on like I think it was 20 or 40-year wait list. I think it was like 40-year.
I was looking at, like, the first one that popped up was the Diamond Club, so right behind home plate. If you got – actually, so this is the 2016 prices. They're definitely higher now. But if you had – in 2016, Diamond Club prices at Minute Maid were $35,275 for the season. Holy shit. That's a lot of money. So basically just some salaries basically for season tickets.
Jesus.
Right? There's like a 32% increase, it says. So yeah, those tickets are definitely more than that, but I'm trying to find like new season ticket holders, upper deck season ticket holders. It's like $6,200 for like dugout boxes, and then about $1,000 for upper deck season tickets. It looks like.
Yeah, Texans have 28,000 names on their season ticket wait list approximately. So I can't even get a price on them.
That's crazy. No, I don't know. I think it's a baller move when somebody's like,
it can tell you the average price of your season ticket. Field level prime one, you're going to spend about $182 a ticket. For season tickets, not bad. You can easily make your money back selling those.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I always would feel like, especially in football, it's like, am I less of a fan if I'm selling tickets to my favorite team?
Nah.
Because baseball, you're like, yes, there's 81 games, and they're on weekdays and all that stuff. Like football is such a weird one, which is why I think I love football the most. Where it's like once a week, you get to build up a whole week to these games. You're excited. Boom, it happens. It's on this day, or there's like 3 days. Like you have Sunday, maybe Monday. Occasionally, you get a Thursday game, and then very rarely, sometimes they have those Saturday games. Like
And then you got a
college
whole
football's
week
over.
to talk about that one game.
Right. That's what I love about football, where it's like hypothetical, not like in baseball where it's, I don't know, like they're resting Giancarlo Stanton today in the first game. Like, I don't know, does this game even matter? Does it even count? And it's like every football game counts pretty much.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I would say that getting a cardboard cutout is one of the cheapest ways to get season tickets, but just
Second cheapest way.
ideally, like somebody's season tickets just randomly show up, and then that's the cheapest way. That would be the cheapest way for sure.
Yeah.
That would be dope though. But all right, our next question is from Todd Voss, reigning Pass the Gravy MVP. Todd Voss at @scene_by_TV. And this is our last one, I guess. Todd Voss says, who's a better wizard? And he gives us the option between Gandalf and Dumbledore. So out of Gandalf and Dumbledore, who is the better wizard? Obviously, Dumbledore, Harry Potter, and Gandalf, Lord of the Rings.
Yes. I'm going Gandalf.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a principal. Like, Dumbledore was basically a principal. I'm not saying he wasn't a badass fucking
He
wizard.
withheld pertinent information.
As we discussed on the John Joffrey podcast, he was kind of an asshole that really could have helped Harry Potter in a lot of other ways. And a real wizard, I feel like, would have helped another wizard in this time of need. Gandalf, I feel like, would have totally helped Harry and fucked up Voldemort right off the bat.
Also, did Dumbledore get killed and then come back to life? No, Gandalf did.
I didn't know that.
Gandalf is Jesus.
Dumbledore died though, right? Spoiler: he did die.
I think so. I know. I never got that far. I think he did. I think I remember hearing that. But yeah, Gandalf came back from the dead, more powerful. He's the more powerful wizard.
Did he have the ring?
No, he was Gandalf the Grey. He fought a giant
Who ended
molten
up with
lava
the ring?
dragon monster thing.
Who finished with the ring at the end?
Frodo had it, and then he threw it in Mount Doom in the heart of Mordor.
And that was it.
Yeah, that was the end of it. And then Sauron died. The Eye of Sauron exploded.
Okay.
Then the Eagles
see it,
finally
so.
showed up. Jesus Christ, they could not have been useful. All that fucking time they spent walking.
Well, we know the Eagles are a little late to most parties, anyways. Whether it be winning a Super Bowl or whatever, but still.
Yeah, I'm still going Gandalf, just because I've seen
I would go
all
Gandalf
of the
then.
source material on that, and not all of the source material on Dumbledore.
Just Dumbledore, like, not helping Harry when he could have, or like, I understand he was trying to educate him, but it was a lot of like, also, Harry, I'm going to speak to you in riddles. It's like, fucking just wizard it out, man. Just figure it out, dude. He's got the fucking, like, an evil wizard chasing him. He's trying to fucking kill him. And you're like, well, let's go look in time and go look at my old memories. It's like, fucking shut up. You're wasting my time, dude. We got to fight Voldemort. Let's take him out. And Gandalf, I think, would have been no nonsense. He'd be like, let's fuck him up. Let's go.
Yeah, Dumbledore literally has dumb in his name.
Another good point. Another very good point. So, I mean, I don't really see how you come back from that, honestly.
No. Like, if they were to rap battle each other, just on that fact, Gandalf is going to fuck him up.
Definitely. So, Gandalf.
What do you think, Robert?
Better wizard.
I'm gonna go with Dumbledore
Why? What's your reasoning?
because it's kind of like the Pat reasoning. I have seen nothing of Lord of the Rings, so by default, I'm going
Don't
Dumbledore.
worry, you're not missing much.
I respect
buddy.
that.
You're
What?
not
No, dude.
missing
Lord of the
much.
Rings is dope.
Don't if you watch
Especially
the
the
first.
second movie.
Yeah, after you watch the first 4-hour movie that they walk to a cliff and it ends, and you're just like, what the fuck did I just watch?
I actually saw the
I
second one
quit.
before
I quit.
ever
I
saw
was
the first.
Oh, I was so mad. And I was like, I'm never watching this again, and I never did. Never.
I
did.
wouldn't say the Hobbit ones are bad, but I'd say like you're not missing a lot
Fuck
by
that
skipping
shit.
those.
Fuck that shit.
Now,
Lord of the Rings,
the final,
trash.
my biggest disappointment in the Lord of the Rings movies was the final fight scene in the third one. Felt rushed. Like in the second one, the final fight scene, I felt like take like 20, 30 minutes. And the third one, which is the ultimate battle that ends everything, it was like 10 minutes. And then this thing happened that just kind of wiped out the other army. And you're like, oh, well, that was kind of weak. Just felt rushed.
Would you think Thanos would have fucked all of them up?
Thanos would have beat the shit out of them.
So then, yeah, fuck that
Thanos
movie
had
then.
aliens with guns. These dudes have horses and fucking swords.
Yeah,
And
get
a
with the
little bit of
times,
magic
losers.
that they don't use that much.
Hobbits weren't magic, were they?
No.
Okay. Like, did the hobbits have any power? They were just short.
Yeah, they're very small and can sneak easily.
Okay. All right. Well.
And
that was all
great
my
metabolism
Lord of the Rings
because they
questions.
eat like 9 meals a day.
Second breakfast. I remember that. Sam.
Great metabolisms. And they
Sam
love to
is his
drink.
friend.
They're fun little fuckers.
Robert, did you have any more Lord of the Rings questions? I'm all out.
I would have no question because I have not seen any of the movies.
This ends my TED Talk.
All right. Well, I think we all learned a little bit. Not a lot. Notice I said not a lot, but a little bit. We learned something.
Definitely not a lot.
Something was learned. Whether it was important and whether you're going to want to share it with anyone later on, maybe that's up for debate. But still, things were said. Something may have been learned. I don't know. That's what I'll say. That's how we'll sign off tonight. That's it, guys. That's it. I feel like we did a pretty quick podcast today. But at Pass the Great Pod, I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Please share us with a friend. Be like, yo, bro, you should check out this podcast. I listen to it every week. It's called Pass the Gravy. It's awesome. Also, go give us a 5-star review on iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts. Roast us in the comments. They've got to be at least 5 words to like show up on iTunes and help us show up higher. But like 5 stars and then roast us in the comments. Make sure you give us the 5 stars first. But like the best one we're going to read at the end of the year and you win a Gravies Award. So, you know, if you want to win something, go roast us in the comments or go roast us in the reviews and then give us the 5 stars as long as you give us the 5 stars. You're cool. But a recent study suggests, check that out. A recent study suggests pod. A recent study pod.
A recent
I'm gonna get it
study
right.
pod.
Okay, I'm gonna get it right eventually. And then Pass Grade Bro, Pat's gonna hop on the season premiere recap we're gonna do. We got Chris, former co-host of Pass Gravy. Emma's hanging out too, and we got a fun-filled season I think ahead of us on Pass the Gravy, Bro. Pass the Gravy Podcast Network, absolute fire right now. It's the best time to be in the Gravy Gang. Go check out the Pass the Gravy merch store, passthegravymerch.com. Be good to each other. And fuck the Atlanta Dream. Anybody else got anything?
Yeah. Buy your ranch water, buy your 12 packs of Southern Star, and then when get mangled on it, then the next morning, make sure you've got your Alamo Remedy lotion because you're going to sleep weird. It'll help get the kinks out of your neck, and then keep your little M nearby and in the car so when you smell like shit when you're hungover, bam, that'll counteract it.
Perfect company guy. I like that. All right, guys.
Unity.
Be good to each other. We love y'all. And until we talk to you next time, pass the gravy. Yeah. Bitches!